Hello! Hello, 6th through 8th graders. Welcome to your first Kahoot of 2017 Life Science. Woo! So, I have some super awesome, amazing news. They have updated the Kahoot app, and you can actually play the Kahoots now. You don't have to be live with me. You can just play it through the Kahoot app. You can play the computer, or you can play your friends. So, that means that you can actually review this over and over and over again on your own, or you can just rewatch the video. It's entirely up to you. Now, the video is always known to have a few bonus questions in it. So one of the first things that I'm going to let you know about is these super awesome socks that my mom and Steve got me from Las Vegas. They have guinea pigs on them. I know, it's amazing. Try to contain yourself with my little guinea pig socks. I have a viewer. Who could it be? Ooh, I don't know. I strongly recommend that you go back and watch this entire video because at the very beginning I mentioned that Kahoot has updated their app and you can now play not only tonight while we play live with the YouTube video, but also you can play on your phone. So you can compete against friends from your class, or you can just compete against the computer. So you can review over and over and over and over and over again using the newly updated Kahoot app. So I hope that you are here. I hope that you're excited and looking forward to it. We'll give everybody a couple more minutes to join in, and then we will get started. Let's see here. So I've told you about my super awesome guinea pig socks. No, I lost my viewer again. Super awesome guinea pig socks. So amazing. And let's see here. Ooh. So the reason that I will not be here next week is because I will be in Jamaica. If you put that on your test, then you will get a bonus point. So now there's 2 bonus points available in the first, 2 minutes of this video? I know. I'm just full of the bonus points. Just bonus points, bonus points, bonus points. Let's see here. So we've got 2 viewers now. Very good, very good. We'll get started with our Kahoot shortly. Give everybody a couple more minutes to come online, get their computers sorted, make sure everybody's here. Truffles, want to come see the kids? Come here, puppies. Come here. Hopefully Truffy's going to come and see you and say hello and stick her nose in the camera. She thinks that Mr. Steven is trying to capture her, which is not true. That is not happening. He is not trying to capture her. Now I have no viewers. Where are all my viewers? Where are all my peoples? I don't know. I'm so confused. Now, this is showing me, as I'm still concerned that you guys can't actually see. Present to everyone. Yes, I'm presenting to everyone. Okay. Yes, that's me. I don't know what's going on here. Stop presenting. No, it's still showing. It's just showing me as a blank space, and it says you, as if I can't see myself. But I don't think that's true. I think my viewers can see. I hope my viewers can see. All right, so game code. I'm going to pull up the Kahoot, get the game code ready here. Close that. Let's pull up this. Play. Play, play, play. We are going to do classic. Let's see here. Actually, before I do that, stop. I'm going to go back to here. And I'm going to do, where can I set it up? Give me just a sec, guys. I'm waiting for you all to come online. I'm trying to work this out. Let's go back here. Let's try and play. And maybe it's at the bottom of the play part. I think that's where it is. I have not. Game options. There we go. All right. Display game pin throughout. Yes. Automatic with 3 questions off. All right. Classic. My own pace. Yes, my own pace. All right. So I have 3 viewers. That's amazing. At the beginning of this video, viewers, you are going to want to make sure you rewatch. There were 2 bonus questions so far at the beginning of the video. And also, Kahoot app has updated, and you can actually play this Kahoot over and over and over again by yourself, which is super cool. All right, so I'm going to do my screen sharing thing that I do. Kahoot. All right. Share. I have not seen your headphones, Mr. Stephen, and I have not touched them, so I don't know where your headphones are. I have not stolen your headphones. Mr. Stephen is accusing me of things. Terrible, terrible. All right, so the Kahoot game pin is 531156. Yes, they're in your stuff, Mr. Stephen. I definitely stole your headphones. Definitely did not. I did not steal your headphones. Oh my goodness. So the game pin, 531156. 531156. Will is here. Yay! Hi, Will. CJ is here. Yay! Hi, CJ. Woo, woo, woo. All right. So as I was saying at the beginning of this, there's a couple of things. First of all, Jeb, at the beginning of the video, Caitlin, at the beginning of the video is information about 2 bonus points. You're going to want to go back and watch that part. Might be about some super amazing socks that I got and what animal is on them. And the other one is, where am I gone to this week that you can't see me? So keep those 2 things in mind. There might be more bonus questions as we go. Also, just to let you know, Kahoot has updated their app, and that means that you are able to play without it being live with me anymore. So we used to only be able to do this Kahoot all together here on YouTube, but actually now you are going to be able to play by yourself against the computer, or you can ask your friends to play, and you all can compete against each other. So you don't have to rewatch this over and over and over again. You can play the game over and over by yourself on your phone this week while you're waiting for your test to come on Wednesday. So the game pin for this game for today, though, is 531156. 531156. Woo, Devin's here. All right. 531156. Ready to play, ready to play. All right. Oh no, we lost CJ. Come back, CJ. Come back. Ah, there he is. All right, good. Excellent. So this Kahoot will actually have all of the questions on your test except for your essay question, and that is simply because your essay question is just too long. So reminder, your essay question is to imagine the world where the life is like it was 3.6 billion years ago on Earth, okay? And the answer is the following. It's in your notes, word for word. The bacteria that can live without oxygen in an extreme environment, such as polar ice caps, hot springs, or the mud of ocean bottoms, would most likely survive. Earth's early atmosphere probably had little or no oxygen, was an extreme environment because of frequent volcanic eruptions, lightning, and violent weather. So that is your essay question. I will go over that again at the end, but your other 44 questions on your test are here on this Kahoot for your reviewing pleasure. We're going to go ahead and get started, and anyone else that comes in to join us can just join in as they arrive. Here we go. 44 questions. Are you ready? Bum, bum, bum. The outer boundary of a cell is the cell membrane. Is that true or false? The Great Wall of Cell. Which one is it? Which one is it? Red is false, the Great Wall of Cell. Blue is true. The outer boundary of a cell is the cell membrane. Is it red, false, the Great Wall of Cell, or blue, true? It is indeed blue, true. Make sure that you're taking your time, not trying to rush, okay, because it mixes up the answers. Remember, blue is not always true. Next question. All right. The experiments of Reddy and Pasteur help demonstrate that red, organisms do not arise from non-living material. Blue, organisms respond to stimuli. Yellow, organisms develop over time. Or green, organisms are made of cells. Red, organisms do not arise from non-living material. Blue, organisms respond to stimuli. Yellow, organisms develop over time. Or green, organisms are made of cells. These are the experiments of Reddy and Pasteur. All right, organisms do not arise from non-living material. Very good. Next question. Which term refers to the movement of materials through a cell membrane without using energy? Is it red, concentration, blue, passive transport, yellow, active transport, or green, collision? Which term refers to the movement of materials through a cell membrane without using energy? Red, concentration, blue, passive transport, yellow, active transport, or green, collision? What is the correct answer? The correct answer is passive transport. 5 out of 5. Excellent job, everyone. Without using energy, that is passive transport. Next question. Chromatin is in the nucleus of a cell. Red controls what substances come in and out of the cell. Blue produces ribosomes and proteins. Yellow contains instructions and functions of the cell. Or green protects the nucleus with a layer of cellulose. What is the chromatin? What is that? What could it be? Red controls what substance come in and out of the cell. Blue produces ribosomes and proteins. Yellow contains instructions and functions of the cell. Or green protects the nucleus with a layer of cellulose. I could hear the notes frantically flipping. It does indeed contain instructions and functions of the cell. Next question. Sugar molecules can combine to form large molecules called red, proteins, blue, lipids, yellow enzymes, green starches. Red proteins, blue lipids, yellow enzymes, green starches. Remember, there is sometimes some lag between the YouTube and your house, so hopefully you're able to participate as best you can. Remember, it is just for fun and review. Very good. Starches is the correct answer. Next question. Which term refers to the movement of molecules from an area of higher concentration to lower concentration? Is it red, diffusion, blue, passive transport, yellow, collision, green, active transport? Which term refers to the movement of molecules from an area of higher concentration to lower concentration? Red, diffusion, blue, passive transport, yellow, collision, green, active transport. Which answer is it? Diffusion is the correct answer. If you remember, I had the air freshener and I was spraying it and saying, this is diffusion. Okay, molecules go from a higher concentration area to a lower concentration area. Next question. Plant and animal cells usually are larger than bacterial cells. Red, true, or blue, false, smaller. Plant and animal cells usually are larger than bacterial cells. So the true or false word is in bold, larger. Is it red, true, or blue, false, smaller? Remember, the truth is in your notes. So if this is true, it will be exactly in your notes. Otherwise, it's not true. This is one where I said you might need to use your brains a little bit. Oh, no, not our brains. Yes, absolutely your brains, my little friends. Absolutely your brains. All right, the answer is true. Remember, bacterial cells are smaller than plants and animals. That is what is in your notes. So, if it says here that plant and animal cells are usually larger than bacterial cells, then it is true. Next question. What is the total magnification when one lens has a magnification of 15 and the other has a magnification of 30? Is it red, 450, blue, 30, yellow, 15, or green, 45? This is under magnification math in your notes. Red, 450, blue, 30, yellow, 15, green, 45. What is the correct answer? What is the correct answer? What could it be? What could it be? All right, let's see. 450 is the correct answer. 450. Okay? You did not get that correct. Look back in your notes. The exact answers are in your notes. Next question. In DNA molecule, guanine always pairs with thymine. Thymine is in bold. Is that true or false? Red, false. Guanine pairs with cytosine. Or blue, true. Guanine pairs with thymine. This is in your notes. Remember, look for the line. Guanine, line, this word. Is it thymine or is it cytosine? Hmm. Do, do, do. Got 4 answers in there. Hmm. All right, false cytosine. Very good. Next question. All right, chloroplasts contain a pigment called blank that captures the energy in light. Is it red, chlorophyll, or blue, Wilbur? Chloroplasts contain a pigment called blank that captures the energy in light. Is it red, chlorophyll, or blue, Wilbur? All right, the correct answer is chlorophyll. Bonus point if you write down that Wilbur the pig is from Charlotte's Web on your test. Next question. A microscope that enlarges an object to 400 times is said to have the resolution of 400. Is that red, false, magnification, or blue, true? So resolution is the word you're looking at. Is that true or false? If it's false, then the correct word is magnification, or is resolution the correct answer? And then it's blue, true. Directly out of your notes, have a look. See if it matches word for word. If it matches word for word, then it's true. But if it doesn't, it could be false. Trickiness. This should be right before or right after your magnification math in your notes. I'm going to go full screen here. Oh, man. Crazy, out of control, full screen. Oh, yeah. I like to live on the edge. That's me. Miss Shay. All right. The answer is false. Magnification. Resolution is not correct. Next question. Respiration and photosynthesis keep the levels of carbon dioxide and oxygen in the atmosphere. Red, constantly changing. Blue, constantly increasing. Yellow, constantly decreasing. Or green, fairly constant. Respiration and photosynthesis keep the levels of carbon dioxide and oxygen in the atmosphere. Red, constantly changing. Blue, constantly increasing. Yellow, constantly decreasing. Or green, fairly constant. What is the correct answer? Rocking out to the Kahoot music. Do, do, do. All right, all 5, you got that correct. Nicely done. Fairly constant is the correct answer. Next question. Small openings called blank allow CO2 to enter a leaf. Is it red, John Stamos, or blue, stomata? All right, small openings called blank allow CO2 to enter a leaf. Is it red, John Stamos, or blue, stomata? All 5, you got that correct. That was a little bit of an easy one. True story. Bonus point if you can say that John Stamos was Uncle Jesse from Full House on your test. Next question. When muscle cells run low on oxygen, lactic acid fermentation takes place. True or false? If it's false, is lactic acid replaced with acid rain? Or is it true that it's lactic acid fermentation that takes place when muscle cells run low on oxygen? All right, so you now so far have 4 bonus points available on this video. 4 bonus points. What animal is on my socks? Where am I going this week? What is the pig's name on Charlotte's Web? And say that that pig is from Charlotte's Web. And John Stamos played who on Full House? Mm. All right. 4 of you got that correct. It is true. Next question. Oh my goodness. It's neck and neck, head to head. Close with Caitlin, Will, and Devin. Oh my goodness. All right, Jeb and CJ, you can come back for this. Here we go. What happens during cytokinesis in animal cells? Red, 2 new daughter cells are formed. Blue, a new round of mitosis begins. Yellow, a cell plate forms in the middle of the cell. Or green, each organelle divides into 2 pairs. What happens during stage 3? So if you have your notes and you have that picture of the cell processes that I showed you, there's interphase, mitosis, and cytokinesis. What happens during stage 3, cytokinesis? What happens in that final stage? Man, the pressure of this music, it's almost worse than Jeopardy! We're not even halfway through the questions yet, so you have plenty of time to come back with some points here, guys. All right, the correct answer is that 2 new daughter cells are formed. Next question. An organic compound always contains carbons, true or false? Organic is the word in question. Is it true or is it false, inorganic compound? Is it an organic compound that always contains carbons or false, an inorganic compound? All right, we got 4 answers in there. Who's ruffling and shuffling through their notes, looking for the answers? Excellent. True is the correct answer. Next question. Respiration in most cells requires, is it red, water, blue, carbon dioxide, yellow, chlorophyll, or green, oxygen? Red, water, blue, carbon dioxide, yellow, chlorophyll, or green, oxygen? I know you're loving my secret Kahoot music rapping in the background. Wiki, wiki, wiki. That's me. Truffles took herself to bed. She's hiding out in the dark. She went for a long walk with Mr. Steven and had all the smells. Oxygen is the correct answer. Respiration in most cells requires oxygen. Next question. All right, here we go. Unlike passive transport, active transport requires the cell to use red, a U-Haul, or blue energy. Unlike passive transport, active transport requires the cell to use red, a U-Haul, or blue energy. This should be a nice and easy one. A little bit of silliness for you here. There we go. Excellent job. Next question. Mitosis is the stage during which red, the cell's nucleus divides into 2 new nuclei. Blue, the cell's DNA is replicated. Yellow, the cell divides into 2 new cells. Or green, the cell's cytoplasm divides. You are probably going to want to look for this answer on 2D of that drawing of the 3 stages of cellular division, okay? So 2D will give you the answer. The cell's nucleus divides into 2 new nuclei. The cell's DNA is replicated. The cell divides into 2 new cells, or the cell cytoplasm divides. I'm going to put you down for a second while I deal with Truffles. Truffles, stop barking. That's enough. Yeah. No worries. All right. Truffles is still barking. All right, excellent. The cell's nucleus divides into 2 new nuclei. Next question. If you're not doing as well as you would like to be doing, you've got plenty of time to review. Remember, your test is not until Wednesday, but we had to have this nice and early this time since I will be out of town. Next question. Most substances must be dissolved in blank, to be used by cells? Is it red, water, or blue, syrup? Most substances must be dissolved in blank to be used by cells. Is it red, water, or blue, syrup? All right, water is the correct answer. Very good. Next question. A cell's nucleus divides to form two identical nuclei during the stage of cell cycle. During this stage of the cell cycle. Is it red, cytokinesis, or blue, mitosis? The cell's nucleus divides to form two identical nuclei during this stage of cell cycle. Is it red, cytokinesis, or blue, mitosis? Again, this is answer 2D on that drawing of the cells. All right, 4 of you got that correct. That is mitosis. Remember that during cytokinesis, it creates two new daughter cells. During mitosis, it creates two nuclei. Next question. What happens during respiration? Respiration. Red, carbohydrates are released into the bloodstream. Blue, glucose is broken down and energy is released. Yellow, oxygen is released into the air. Or green, water and carbon dioxide are converted into energy. Hmm. What is the correct answer? Oh, this epic music, I tell you. Whew. All right, glucose is broken down and energy is released. That is the correct answer. Next question. Most of today's organisms could not have lived 3.6 billion years ago because there was no blank in the air. Is it red, hydrogen, or blue, oxygen? Ready to pair. My speaker's telling me it's ready to pair, except that I don't want to pair with it. You're trying to tell me what to do, speaker. All right. All right, oxygen is the correct answer. Next question. According to cell theory, all organisms are made of, is it red cells or blue bacteria? Red cells or blue bacteria? All right. Let's see what the correct answer is going to be. Hey, the correct answer is cells. All organisms are made of cells according to cell theory. Next question. A horse is a heterotroph. True or false? False, it's an autotroph, meaning it makes its own food, or blue, true. A horse is a heterotroph. Which is it? Red, false, autotroph, blue, true, heterotroph. Hmm. What could it be? That is correct. It is true. Next question. All right, CJ. Good job. Answer streak of 3. Nicely done. Next question. A change in an organism's surrounding that causes a reaction is called red, a response, blue, energy, yellow, stimulus, or green, development. Change in an organism's surrounding that causes a reaction is called red, a response, blue, energy, yellow, stimulus, or green, development. You remember, we had this, we looked in the mirror, we looked at our eyes, and we smelled the lotion, and we clapped our hands in front of each other's faces. One was called the reaction, and the other was called the. I can hear Will and Caitlin yelling it at home. Stimulus! Very good. Stimulus. Next question. Which of these scientists was the first person to observe what are now called bacteria? Red, Hook, blue, Schleiden, yellow, Virchow, or green, Leeuwenhoek? Which of these scientists was the first person to observe what is now called bacteria? Red, Hook, blue, Schleiden, yellow, Virchow, green, Leeuwenhoek. Which of these scientists? Is it red, Hook, blue, Schleiden, yellow, Virchow, or green, Leeuwenhoek? Who first saw bacteria and called them tiny animals? Animalcules, remember? Mm. Leeuwenhoek is the correct answer. Leeuwenhoek. Next question. Small grain-like bodies called blank produce the proteins inside cells. Is it red, McRibs, or blue, ribosomes? Is it red, McRibs, or maybe McRibes? Or blue, ribosomes, or maybe it's ribosomes. What could it be? What could it be? Small grain-like bodies called blank produce proteins inside the cells. Very good. Ribosomes. Another little bit of silliness there. Next question. What are the products of photosynthesis? There are two of them. Is it red, oxygen and water, blue, carbon dioxide and sugars, yellow, carbon dioxide and water, or green, oxygen and sugars? What are the products of photosynthesis? Red, oxygen and water, blue, carbon dioxide and sugars, yellow, carbon dioxide and water, green, oxygen and sugars. What could the correct answer be? Dun, dun. Okay, the correct answer is oxygen and sugars. Everybody needs to go and review that. Product of photosynthesis are oxygens and sugars. Which is the most abundant chemical found in living cells? Is it red, water, blue, carbohydrates, yellow, nucleic acids, or green, protein? Which is the most abundant chemical found in living cells? All right, which is the most abundant chemical found in living cells? Is it red, water, blue, carbohydrates, yellow, nucleic acids, or green, proteins? Red water is the correct answer. Red water is the correct answer. Next question. Water helps keep the temperature of cells from changing rapidly. True or false? True or false? Is it true that water helps keep the temperature of cells from changing rapidly, or is it false? Is it water that helps keep the color of cells from changing rapidly? Hmm. All right, it is true. Very good. Next question. Plants use energy from the sun to produce carbon dioxide and sugars. True or false? Red, false. Oxygen, blue, true. Okay, plants use energy from the sun to produce carbon dioxide and sugars. Is that red, false, oxygen, or blue, true? All right, it is indeed false. Oxygen. Oxygen and sugars are the products of photosynthesis. Similar question to what we had a little while ago. Next question. What does the term resolution refer to? Resolution. Is it red? How many lenses a microscope uses? Blue, how much light is needed to see an image? Yellow, how sharp an image is? Or green, how big an image can be? Dun, dun, dun. What does the term resolution refer to? Red, how many lenses in a microscope use? Blue, how much light is needed to see an image? Yellow, how sharp an image is? Or green, how big an image can be? I'm rocking out over here. Do, 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 do. The Kahoot music. Oh, yeah. Okay, red, how many lenses a microscope uses? Blue, how much light is needed to see an image? All right, yellow is the correct answer. How sharp an image is. Next question. All right, CJ on there with another streak. Nice, very good. Here we go. Traces of ancient organisms that have been preserved in rock or other substances are known as red fossils or blue forensics. Red fossils or blue forensics. What are they known as? Traces of ancient organisms and preserved in rock. Red fossils or blue forensics. What is the correct answer? All right, fossils is the correct answer. 5 for 5. Very nice, guys. Here we go. Next question. What information did Urey and Miller's experiment provide about the possible origin of life? Okay, red, non-living things can't come from living things, or blue, amino acids, the building blocks of life, could form in conditions of early Earth. Hmm, what is the answer? Let's see here. Hmm. What information did Urey and Miller's experiment provide about the possible origin of life? Red, non-living things can't come from living things, or blue, amino acids, the building blocks of life, could form in conditions of early Earth. Remember, this can't always match your notes exactly because I'm limited on space. Okay? All right. Amino acids, the building blocks of life, could form conditions on early Earth. Next question. What are chromatids? What are chromatids? Red, identical daughter cells. Blue, identical strands of chromosomes. Yellow, doubled rods of condensed chromatum. Or green, pigments that absorb the energy in sunlight. Chromatids. What is the correct answer? Red, identical daughter cells. Blue, identical strands of chromosomes. Yellow, doubled rods of condensed chromatin. Or green, pigments that absorb the energy in sunlight. Identical strands of chromosomes is the correct answer. Next question. All right, CJ, highest answer streak of 6. Nice. Identify A and describe its function. A, so look at the picture there. A, is it red, the nucleus, the cell's brain? Is it blue, endoplasmic reticulum, which are maze-like structures that move things around the cell? Is it yellow, Golgi bodies, they package proteins and distribute it to the cell? Or green, mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell? Hmm, what is A? What is A? What is A? Is it red, the nucleus, the cell's brain? Blue, endoplasmic reticulum, a maze-like structure that moves things around the cell? Yellow, Golgi bodies, package proteins and distributes to the cell? Or green, the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell? Which one is it? All right. Next question. What happens if plant or blood cells are placed in beaker A? Red, the cell will swell from osmosis. Blue, the cell will shrink from mitosis. Or yellow, the cell will stay the same. What will happen if it's put in beaker A? Read the words next to beaker A. Remember, it doesn't matter if it's a plant or a blood cell, the same thing will happen. Red, the cell will swell from osmosis. Blue, the cell will shrink from mitosis. Or yellow, the cell will stay the same. What is the correct answer? Hmm. Do, 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 do. All right, got 30 seconds remaining. Come on, come on, come on. We don't want to have no points at all. Red, the cell will swell from osmosis. Blue, the cell will shrink from mitosis. Yellow, the cell will stay the same. Correct answer is the cell will swell from osmosis. Remember to include both the cell will puff up or swell and osmosis in the answer to that question. Next question. Organelles that use energy from sunlight to produce food are called mitochondria. Is that red, false, chloroplasts, or blue, true? The organelles that use energy from sunlight to produce food are called mitochondria. Is that red, false, chloroplasts, or blue, true? Mitochondria is the word there. Should that be chloroplasts or is it correct? Hmm. What is the correct answer? Organelles that use energy from sunlight to produce food are called mitochondria. True or false? False is red, chloroplast, or blue, true. 36 seconds remain. I can hear the note paper shuffle, 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 shuffle. Hey, remember, keep those notes in a nice, tidy order, okay? All right, false, chloroplast. Remember, it's chloroplasts that use the energy from the sunlight to produce food. Next question. Organisms that make their own food are called, is it red heterotrophs or blue autotrophs? If you remember earlier, we talked about a horse. So if you can remember which one that is, it's the opposite because horses don't make their own food. Organisms that make their own food are called red heterotrophs or blue autotrophs. Hmm. What could it be? What could it be? Organisms that make their own food are called red heterotrophs or blue autotrophs. Blue autotrophs is the correct answer. Next question. Which organelles produce most of the energy needed by a cell? Is it red, the mitochondria, blue, the ribosomes, yellow, the Golgi bodies, or green, the chloroplasts? Which organelles produce most of the energy needed by the cell? Is it red, the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell, blue, the ribosomes that make the protein, yellow, the Golgi bodies that move things around the cell, or green, the chloroplasts that make the chlorophyll? Which organelle produces most of the energy needed by a cell? Mm, mm, Tricky, tricky, tricky. What could it be? What could it be? Mm, Got two answers, three more looking to weigh in. 33 seconds remaining. Mm. All right, the correct answer is the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell. Next question. Getting close to the end. Two more left. Scientists hypothesize that the first form of life on Earth, red, were multicellular organisms, blue, lived on land, yellow, resembled today's plants, or green, did not need oxygen to survive. Scientists hypothesize that the first life forms on Earth were multicellular organisms, red, blue, lived on land, yellow, resembled today's plants, or green, did not need oxygen to survive. Early life forms from 3.6 billion years ago. So remembering what wasn't there in the atmosphere, right? So, did they need this to survive then? Scientists hypothesize, they take an educated guess that the first forms of life on Earth, blank. Is it red, blue, yellow, or green? Green is correct. Did not need oxygen to survive. Next question. We're getting close. Here we go. Oh my goodness. There's a battle between Devin and Jeb going on. Oh my goodness. Here we go. Why did Urey and Miller send electric current through the water? Was it red to get a shock, blue to simulate lightning, yellow to make the flask explode, or green to lighten up the mood? I know, I'm so silly. Red to get a shock, blue to simulate lightning, yellow to make the flask explode, or green to lighten up the mood. What is the correct answer? Red, blue, yellow, or green? Forty seconds remain. Red, to get a shock. Blue, to simulate lightning. Yellow, to make the flask explode. Or green, to lighten up the mood. Why did Urey and Miller send electric current through the water? To simulate lightning is the correct answer. Next question, and this will be the final question. Stick around after the game for the video so that I can talk to you a couple of minutes. Which of the following was true about the experiment conducted by Miller and Urey? Red, oxygen was added to the flask. Blue, unicellular organisms were added to the flask. Yellow, cells were produced in the flask. Or green, the conditions of early Earth were recreated in a flask. What is the correct answer? What is the correct answer? Red, oxygen was added to the flask. Blue, unicellular organisms were added to the flask. Yellow, cells were produced in the flask. Or green, the conditions of early Earth were recreated in a flask. What is the answer? 32 seconds. A little spelling mistake there, sorry. Not flask, it's flask. Okay. 15 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah! All right, conditions of early Earth. The winner is Will. Woo! Second place, we have Devin. Woohoo! And then Jeb. Very nice. 37 out of 44 for Will and 36 out of 44 for Devin and Jeb. That's all right. Caitlin and CJ, you guys did a good job. Okay? Just got to keep studying, studying, studying. Okay? All right, I'm back. Here I am. Just real quick, I want to talk to you. So remember, you have 4 bonus points on this video so far. Okay? And now I just want to talk to you quickly about the Kahoot app, okay? The Kahoot app has been updated, okay? So what you can do now is down at the bottom, you can now search using that little magnifying glass. You can search. You can search for my name, which is Ms. Pepper Shaker. That's me, Ms. Pepper Shaker. MSPEPPERSHAEKR. Ms. Pepper Shaker, that's me. You can search and it will bring up all the Kahoots that I have made, okay? It will bring up all the Kahoots. So it'll bring up last year's Kahoots too, but it will also bring up this year's Kahoots. Okay, so it's gonna load, here we go. So it shows you, okay, there is, yep, there's a Hufflepuff pub quiz that I made for my friends. Okay, but there's also CSA 6th grade LS chapter 1 through 2 test. That is the Kahoot you just did. Okay, and then there's also a 5th grade one, which isn't for you guys. So there are 44 questions on the CSA test because remember your 45th question is an essay question, and that one is longer and too long for the Kahoot, so you need to find out. Remember, imagine what the Earth would be like 3.6 billion years ago, and find that cloud in your notes, and the answer is right underneath, and it starts with the word bacteria. The full answer is towards the beginning of the video. But anyway, if I choose on here, if I choose the CSA 6th LS Chapter 1 through 2 test, which is life science, okay, it lets me choose it. Now, you don't have to be live with me anymore to play this. You can play it by yourself against the computer. Okay? So when you're looking here, the Curious Crew, that is the computer. That is not strangers. It's just the computer. Challenge friends. You can pick, if you were to say like, hey everybody, let's all play this together at the same time on our phones, you could choose that. But if you want to just play the computer, you can choose the Curious Crew, okay? And you put in your name and then okay, go, and it will let you play just the computer, and you can review over and over and over and over and over again on the computer. Or if you want to challenge friends, then all you have to do is give them the link or the game pin. Okay. So even if you just want to play your mom or dad, okay, if you don't want to play your other classmates, as long as it's someone else with the Kahoot app, you can send them the game pin or the Kahoot link and it will let you play them. Okay. So you can now play this Kahoot by yourself. We don't have to be live on the video, which it's always fun to be live on the video, but it's nice to know that you can review this without having to rewatch the video over and over again. Okay, the video does contain 4 bonus questions for you all. Okay, so make sure that you think about those answers and put them in. All right, and remember to check out your essay question and remember to review, review, review. 6th through 8th grade test is next Wednesday. You guys are going to do super awesome. I am confident in your abilities. Some of you might want to spend a little bit more time reviewing. Any questions you have about maybe copies of notes? Everybody should have their note copies, but if anything is wrong, just ask Ms. Zakos on Monday or Tuesday and get some friends' notes and make some photocopies down with Ms. Cuffy. Don't just wait or hope that you somehow get it, okay? Or you can always make a written study guide from using the Kahoot, or you can just do the Kahoot over and over again because those are basically the exact questions from the test. Some of the answers are a little bit abbreviated on the Kahoot because I can't fit it all in, so make sure that you check your notes, make sure that you have the full and correct answer. All right, you guys, I love you, and I will see you when I get back next week. Bye!